Let me talk to you.
Boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys. Bad boys, bad boys.
Let me talk to you.
Boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys. Bad boys, bad boys.
Let me talk to you.
Boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys,
bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys. Bad boys, bad boys.
I hope everyone is paying close attention. Everything you think you know is about to change. What you used to believe in, well, that's all going to be gone. You're going to see who the cowards really are. It's only a matter of time now. Tick tock. Tick tock. The message has been delivered. I hope everyone has paid close attention because there is no safe place. And we will change the face of professional wrestling. Soon you will all experience a new beginning. Tick tock. Tick tock.
All right, good evening, wrestling fans. Mean Scheme along with Jesse Damani. This is WrestleVerse, and this is Raw. Well, we're kicking it off with a big matchup right here that I'm looking forward to. You take a look at the United States Champion. The title not on the line here tonight. But he and Jake the Snake Roberts have had a love-hate relationship over the last several weeks. They love to hate each other.
Scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, the WWE United States Champion, Austin Theory.
Austin Theory has called out any of the legends, saying that nobody is capable of taking the United States title away from him. But in the meantime, you don't see him putting it on the line tonight, do you? Well, no, but those are matches that are here and there. You don't defend it every night of the week. No champion that I ever knew did. Of course, the fact that he's coming off of a recent loss to Jake the Snake Roberts might be something else that's lingering in his mind at the moment. Perhaps weighing in on why he's not defending the title. Well, they've beaten each other. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, this is a pretty even matchup.
Weighing in at 249 pounds, Jake the Snake Roberts.
A native of Stone Mountain, Georgia, Jake the Snake Roberts has never really needed the gold throughout his career, but has managed to achieve it. Well, he's a former World Heavyweight Champion right here on the Nation, and whether he'll get to that level again at some point in time is to be seen, but I'll tell you what, he'll take the United States title in the meantime. Fans, we want to thank you for joining us here tonight for what is going to be one of the most memorable nights in the history of the nation. I promise you that. Immediately following this broadcast, don't go anywhere because we're going to have a State of the Nation Network address with Vince McSham himself. Want to send a shout out to Dookie Wilkos in the house along with Lady Sky TV. Welcome aboard. And Roberts right away going for a cover and a 2 count. Can you believe it? Very quick 2 count nonetheless, and I'll tell you what. Things not going too well right now for the United States champion. Jake Roberts throwing Austin Theory around. Roberts is a significantly larger individual than the champion. Well, he's bigger, he's stronger, more powerful, and that's not saying much because, I mean, Austin Theory's a tough kid. He's put together well on his own right. But then there's the experience factor of Jake the Snake Roberts, and there's just nothing he can do to overcome that. Series of right hands. Now a block, and look at this. Theory going to fight his way back in. Rolls through, comes up with a drop kick. Nicely done. Well, never saw anything done like that back in my day, but nowadays these guys and the girls can really step it up a notch. Roberts fighting his way back. Went for the clothesline, nobody home. And now it is Theory. All the way around, dropping him on the back. This is WrestleVerse, where anyone goes. Collar and elbow in the middle of the ring, but a boot to the midsection by the U.S. champion. Slips out the back door now. A reverse DDT on Jake Roberts. Well, a little bit of his own medicine, but a reverse version of that, which I believe you're much more susceptible to concussions from that. And Theory just got a deep handful of face right there, deep into the eyes of Jake Roberts. Well, that's a smart move by the guy. And look, he's given up size, strength, and experience. If you can take out the eyes of your opponent, he won't be fighting so much. Nice drop down. Leg drop toe hold, beg your pardon. And now Roberts fighting out of it, but he may have tweaked that knee. Jake Roberts right now is kind of having to come from behind a little bit. He's got Austin up. Down into the knee. Oh, that one he busted him open. Look at this, he's bleeding. And somehow manages to kick out. Yeah, that one definitely, oh wow, he's a mess. And Jake the Snake Roberts, like a shark, smelling that blood, and that is gonna turn the Snake into a venomous reptile indeed from the top rope. Not something we're used to seeing from Jake Roberts. Definitely not, but hey, he's right now got everything going his way. Theory sets him up in the air. And powerbomb. That blood streaming down the face of Austin Theory. And again, the drop toe hold and going right into the ankle and tweaking the knee of the Snake. Well, Jake Roberts did the smart thing there. He turned it around and got some good shots in on that open wound to the head of Austin Theory. Theory again. Oh, look at this. Has him up and a neck breaker. Will that be enough to hold him down, though? Shoulders are down for 2, and Roberts got out of it. Very close indeed. A shout out to J-Rocks live here on the Nation Network for what's going to be one of the most memorable nights in our history. Winds the arm, and Roberts now go for the DDT. That's it, lights out. Hook and a leg. Austin Theory down for 1, for 2, and Jake Roberts gets the victory. Roberts gets the victory. Austin Theory doesn't look happy about it. He just took out the referee. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in a moment.
Next call. Bad out there, folks. Real bad. But I got a solution. Stay in tonight and lock your doors. Boss, that her? We find her?
No, just more trash on the side of the road. Looks like Calypso's got himself another driver for this year's contest. She was the one. She was the only one. There have been so many people I've killed over the years. But her, she was the only one who ever escaped. She was the one that got away. I just have to win Calypso's stupid little contest, and any prize I ask for will be mine. When I win, he's going to send me where she's been hiding all these years. And this time, I'm going to finish what I started. This time, I'm going to make her bleed.
All right, fans, we are back with more WrestleVerse here on Monday Night Raw.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. All the way to the ring, Dakota Kai and Io Scott. Damage Control.
Well, it's 2/3 of Damage Control right there. They are the former women's tag team title holders. Just lost those belts about a week and a half ago. And you know that's not going to sit well with any of them. And it almost makes you wonder if that doesn't have something to do with the fact that why Bailey's not here ringside with them. I don't want to be starting any rumors. And the fact of the matter is they had a very lengthy title run, nothing to be ashamed of. But as we know, and as you know, anyone who wins a championship sooner or later is going to lose that championship. Io Sky and Dakota Kai ready for action here, trying to get back in their winning ways. One of their opponents here heading towards the ring.
Representing representing the Viking Raiders, Valhalla.
Valhalla, I'll tell you what, we don't see her do a lot of in-ring stuff since her return here, but she's more than capable, and she is a tough, tough lady. I tell you, I wouldn't want to get mad at her.
More than likely, you wouldn't want her to get mad at you.
No, definitely not.
Valhalla heading into the ring. She will have a size and strength advantage over both of her opponents.
What is that on her hands, on her fingertips?
Some sort of tribal paint, I believe.
I was just afraid she ran out of toilet paper.
Give me a break. Oh, and here comes her tag team partner. This is going to be interesting to see how these two get along.
And from Utah, Zoey Stark.
Well, Zoey Stark hits the ring, and I'll tell you, she has done herself a lot of good, I believe, since she hitched her wagon to Trish Stratus. It has given her a little bit more comfort, I believe, to know that she has a veteran like that in her corner, in her ear, helping her develop her talents in and outside the ring.
Well, I believe that Zoey Stark was doing fine on her own. I don't know that she needs Trish Stratus. You almost wonder if Stratus isn't using her for her own personal benefits. Bell sounds, action's underway, and here we go. Look at Dakota Kai with a bulldog right off the bat on Valhalla.
Well, Valhalla, as we said earlier, she's got the size advantage, and she's going to have to use that. But right now, Dakota Kai doing very well.
Early in the match, time to tell, but we'll see how this one shakes out. It's going to be an exciting night, ladies and gentlemen. Later tonight, the World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins in tag team action tonight. Look at this, Io Sky with some choice words.
Well, how do you know their choice words? Do you speak Chinese or Japanese?
I was going off the body language.
Yeah.
Going to work now on the ankle, doing a good job of taking Io down and keeping her there. And now look at this. Io comes up with a Hurricane Rana, nicely done. Zoey trying to make the tag. Io wasn't going to allow it.
Well, she did manage to prevent it, and now both ladies missing with these dropkick attempts.
Valhalla with a butterfly. Suplex takes her all the way over towards her own corner. And now looks like both teams indeed will tag in the fresh person. Zoey went for the big kick and missed. Irish whip into the corner, and the fans don't sound too happy right now with either. Goes down to cover, hooks a leg, and the rope's right there to make the save. I don't think she'd have had her then anyway.
Well, a little bit early in the match, I think, for her to try and put her away. But, hey, if you don't try, you'll never know.
Snapmare takes her over. Now drop kick off the ropes. And Dakota Kai caught a kick right to the face. Oh, my goodness.
Well, Zoey Stark doing the right thing right now, just staying all on top of her. German suplex right there was devastating.
Tag made, and now Valhalla back in. We'll see if that size and strength plays out. Variation of the Northern Light suplex right there, nicely done. And Dakota Kai very far away from her tag team partner as she catches that shin right upside the forehead. Oh, code breaker.
Well, she's the female Viking warrior, and she is really living up to a warrior stance right here.
Dakota Kai sends her crashing into that guardrail. Turns her in. Look at this, what she got in mind. Oh my goodness, inverted neck breaker, face first on the floor. And now Dakota looking at Zoey Starks. Stunner off the top rope.
Zoey Starks just caught that top rope off a stunner, and she's out on the floor right now. Valhalla has no friends.
Clothesline over the top and down to the floor. Oh, now Io gets on of her own.
What's good for the goose, good for the gander, I suppose.
Again, these two lock up in the middle of the ring. Valhalla taking Dakota to the ropes. And Dakota getting out of danger just in the nick of time. She's going to do it again.
Well, it worked the first time. Why not try it a second?
Dakota taking a little time to celebrate the moment, and that allows the tag to be made. Zoey comes in, but Valhalla's in trouble. Oh, what a pump kick.
Well, I'll say one thing. Both of these teams are doing a tremendous job of tagging in the fresh person at the right time.
I'd have to agree with that as Zoey Starks ramming the head of Io Sky into the canvas. Remind everyone, stick around immediately after the show tonight for a very special State of the Nation Network. Shot to the midsection, takes her down. Oh, back heel kick, finds the mark. Driving the knees into Valhalla. Standing moonsault in the crowd right now. Divided. They're not necessarily fan favorites anywhere they look.
Well, that's one of the things I'll tell you right now that has been sorely lacking in the past. You don't always want to see good guys against bad guys. You got to get all kinds in there, and to see all these people willing to break the rules does my heart good.
Oh my goodness, the Spanish fly from the top rope. Valhalla's in trouble.
Well, that took a lot out of Io Sky as well. Now the crowd's starting to turn.
Well, they are going to respect that level of talent no matter who it is. Rolls through with a double backstabber. And just like that, looked like it might have been over. But Zoey Stark, oh, Zoey just caught her and drops her down on the top rope.
Well, Dakota Kai's got to pick her poison. She's trying to fight both members of her opponent's team at the same time, and honestly, it's just not a good strategy.
Dakota Kai with the Irish whip into the turnbuckle we go. And now what is she going to do here? Hits the turnbuckle. Why does she go? Oh, the boot to the head. And Valhalla crumbling into the corner.
Dakota Kai getting down there, choking her out in the corner, knows that she's got a 5 count.
Hooks the leg, but Zoey Stark's right there to make the save. And I would dare say at this moment that was a necessary evil.
Well, you've got 5 seconds. As long as you can get in there and make that save, you should. And Valhalla right now not looking like the bigger, more powerful opponent here tonight.
They're writhing around on the floor. And how much do you think it plays into the fact that she hasn't had a lot of in-ring competition lately? She's been accompanying the Viking Raiders, but she hasn't herself been doing a lot of in-ring work like she is here tonight.
Well, yeah, there's no way. I mean, there's no substitute for experience. And the more time that you're not in the ring, your body's not at its peak. It's not ready.
Oh, Io Sky just sends Zoey crashing into the broadcast table again. And now both these ladies in the ring. Valhalla on her own. with a series of chops and punches. And a running knee right to the head might have knocked her out.
She is out cold.
2 and she kicks out. It looked like it was all over. Zoey Stark has somehow made it back up to the apron. I'll tell you, I didn't think she was getting up anytime soon after that last shot in the table. Flatliner turns it around and now has the submission hold. Oh my goodness.
Valhalla coming right into our living rooms with that one.
Tag is made. What a match. Stomp to the back end, one to the midsection. Nicely done. Goes for the cover. Will that be enough? Zoey's in trouble.
You know, whenever I see a moment like that, the first thing I do is I look at the person who's being pinned. I want to look at their eyes. A lot of times you can tell from the look in their eyes whether or not there's anything left in the tank.
Nice capture, German suplex. Well done by Stark. Hooks the leg. It's 2. And Dakota Kai out the back door. Stiff forearm shot to the head. Spikes the knee. And now Dakota rolling out to the floor. Look at this. Zoey Starks follows her with a slingshot effect up in the top rope.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm more and more impressed with her every moment. Perhaps hanging out with Trish Stratus has done her some good.
I don't recall ever seeing Trish Stratus do that.
You know, maybe not, but at the same point in time doesn't mean she can't help her.
Valhalla reaching over, trying to make a tag, but that's not going to happen. And again, the frequent tags being made by both teams, very impressive. Io Sky sends her off the ropes, dropped down. In the meantime, referee almost got caught. Nice leapfrog. And a drop kick to the knee.
Well, not just a knee, but look at that thing. She's got a brace on there. It's a bullseye. Anytime you get in the ring when you've got an existing injury, it's going to be a target, and that's exactly what just happened. Io Sky says, let's test that knee out and see how good it is.
That butterfly German suplex couldn't hold on. Thought she might have gone for the pinfall. Now the butterfly again. And she just drives her head first into the mat.
Wasting a lot of time here.
Goes for the cover. And another save made. Zoey Stark once again. And there's the kick to the back of the head. Io Sky in control. Look how quickly she gets up to the top rope. And now that's the moonsault, and that's it.
Well, that might be it if they can keep the outside.
Well, to your point, Zoey Stark comes in again to make another save. These ladies are going to have to find an answer for Zoey. Oh, she's going to do it again.
Oh, she went for the big splash and nobody home. There is a price to be paid when you go for high risk and get no reward.
Look at that gut buster right down across the knee, and now Io writhing in pain. There's a tag made. Irish whip to the ropes, back out front. They collide. Nobody gets the advantage. Hurricane Rana goes for the cover, hooks the leg, thinks she might have her. There's one, there's two, and oh, that was close. You see Io taking a quick look over in the corner of Valhalla.
Well, I mean, after all the things that have gone on here in this match right now, she knows she's going to have to keep an eye on everybody.
Zoey Starks now stepping things up. And pulls her, slingshots her out towards the middle of the ring. They have been targeting that arm. I'm not sure if there's something they're aware of that I don't know, but they are definitely going after the arm of Io Sky.
I'm sure there's a lot of things they know that you don't know, but that's for another day.
Walking her over towards the corner. Could be a tag made here, and there is. And now it's going to be a double team. Let's see what the former champions have here. Double drop kick, nicely done.
Shades of the Rock and Roll Express.
Dakota comes running across. Look at this.
Open hand slap to the face. That's a pretty ballsy thing to do to somebody who outweighs you by 30 pounds.
Dakota chopping down the tree with some stiff kicks. On a right hand. And another right hand. There's that stunner. Zoey takes the plunge.
Wow, what a move right there by Valhalla. Just drove the head of Dakota Kai into the floor.
No forgiveness on this floor surface here. And Valhalla got caught that time, and Zoey comes up again, rolls through. Lapping it up, hooks the leg. She's got 1, 2, and just missed it.
Well, now it's getting utterly ridiculous. The referee or 2K need to do something about this.
Well, I dare say it's going to have to be the referee because 2K is not going to do shit. Drop kick off the apron. Valhalla comes right back in. And Io with a stiff forearm shiver to the head, drops her. Oh, drives that knee right through her head. And Io plants her down, rolls through, submission is locked on. And she taps out, that's it, it's over. What a big victory indeed. What is going on here? Look at this. Caden Carter and Katana Chance. This feud is not over between these ladies, not by a long shot.
It's time to grab your popcorn and your soda. Get your favorite candy. And get ready because we are going to the movies. We're going to be watching and reviewing some of the most iconic movies featuring superstars of the world of professional wrestling. Will it be thumbs up or thumbs down? We'll give you our thoughts, you give us yours. Come check us out as we review some of the greatest titles in its genre. Make sure you check out the Nation Network as we take you to the movies.
All right, fans, we are back, and oh, look at this.
Here's somebody we haven't seen in a few minutes.
That is Elias.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 222 pounds, Elias!
Let me ask you a question. Would you walk with Elias?
Depends where he's going, I suppose.
I can't imagine anybody who would just walk with Elias. I mean, look at this guy. Looks like he's been living out of a cardboard box or something.
Well, indeed, we haven't seen much of Elias here in the WWE in some time.
Well, it may be a long time before we see him again, depending how this one goes. Shinsuke Nakamura hasn't made himself well liked in the locker room with recent events going on.
Turned his back on a tag team partner in Seth Rollins.
And his opponent from Kyoto, Japan, weighing in at 220 pounds, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Well, it was following the match. He got the win for them. After that, hey, it's every man for himself.
Well, Rollins clearly never expected that to happen. Caught it with an unbelievable kick to the head. And we know that it's only a matter of time before he will get in the ring with Seth Rollins with that championship title on the line. Rollins will be in tag team action later tonight. Different tag team partner this time, I tell you that much.
Talk about a slow learner. You just got your head kicked off with a tag team partner. You're going to put another one out there? I don't get it. You're the World Heavyweight Champion. Just stick to singles matches. Why do you want to get into a tag team?
Oh, this crowd. Oh, Elias just got taken out. Nakamura.
You remember earlier I said look at somebody's eyes? Well, I can tell you right now, I'm looking at Elias's eyes and I don't see the lights on at all.
Nakamura once again just speared him and took him down, and Elias is in a whole lot of trouble right now. Driving that knee down into the small of the back. He's having trouble just getting up off the canvas. Irish whip to the ropes, back out front. Shinsuke went for the kick. Oh, look at this! Goes for the cover! And Nakamura able to kick out.
Well, finally some offense out of this dude. I was starting to wonder if he had any.
And now it is Shinsuke Nakamura rolling out to the floor. Referee trying to hold Elias back, and now let's see what. Oh, look at this. Taking advantage of that momentary distraction.
Well, that's the name of the game. You got to take advantage while it's there because you just never know.
Nakamura firing up. Another big right. Oh, this one, Nakamura sidesteps him. Irish whip to the ropes. Caught him with that savant kick right across to the chest.
2 count, but he manages to pop up from it.
Elias slowly back to his feet. And now Nakamura. Oh, that back heel kick right down on the back of the head.
Elias using the ropes to get back up to his feet, but he's just about done.
Nakamura and Elias collide and knock heads together. Shinsuke drops him over the top rope, gets one, gets two, and he almost put him away. Nakamura again has him up in the air. Driving him hard into the canvas, and now Shinsuke. This could be it. Oh, shades of what happened to Seth Rollins. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, and it's over.
Well, as the old saying goes, he's not being paid by the hour, and that's a big victory right there.
Shinsuke Nakamura taking him down and out.
Here is your winner, Shinsuke
What a victory for Shinsuke Nakamura, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around. More action still to come here on Raw.
Hey, UPW fans, want to put your own universe together? Now available on Community Creation, up to 11 different UPW superstars. You can grab and add to your own collection. Fill your roster with Northern Lightning, Dewey Jobs, Major Lee Powers, Ginger Queen, Sir Oliver Buckingham, and special bonus, Jordan Gemini. Right now on Community Creations, just search for hashtag OneNation, the number one, and the word nation. Build your Ultra Pro Wrestling universe today.
All right, fans, getting ready for tag team action, and this is going to be a big one, I can tell you that right now.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, representing the Judgment Day. From San Diego, California, weighing in at 200 pounds, Dominic Mysterio.
Well, Dirty Dom heading towards the ring, waiting for his tag team partner. I'm surprised they're not walking out of here together.
Well, there's definitely been some trepidation, I dare say, amongst members of the Judgment Day. This is not just a tag team matchup, though, tonight, Jess. It's an elimination tag team matchup.
Well, kind of like a mini version of the Survivor Series from back in the day. A single pinfall or submission won't get it done. You got to put both men out. Take a look at him right there, ex-con Dom. He looks like he served a little bit of time, doesn't he?
Looks like he's spent a little bit of time at Burger King. I don't know about in prison as such.
What are you talking about? He's a hardened criminal. Trying to put his life back together, you can't blame him for that.
And his partner, representing the Judgment Day. From Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 190 pounds,
Finn Balor coming out now, also representing the Judgment Day. And again, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but seeing the two of these men coming out individually makes me wonder what's going on.
Well, you know what? They're both very proud men, and they just want their moment in the sunshine. Why not? Let them be out there in the spotlight. Not only that, but it keeps their opponents in the back chilling out a little bit. I've known a lot of boxers who've employed that strategy over the years. It's a psych-out game.
Well, anything's possible, I suppose, but somehow I'm not so sure that's what's going on. Oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We mentioned earlier that the last time he had a tag team partner didn't turn out so well for him, but tonight, the World Heavyweight Champion, Seth freaking Rollins, heading towards the ring.
Must be karaoke night. Nobody told me.
from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Seth freaking Rollins.
Well, the crowd on its feet right now as the world champion takes center stage, and it's going to be one hell of a matchup, I can tell you that right now. The bad blood between Rollins and the Judgment Day has not been any worse than it is right now.
You think you know me?
Well, when you talk about people who have an axe to grind, when it comes to the Judgment Day, nobody perhaps more so than this man right here.
Well, he was the founder of the Judgment Day until they turned on him. I'm not so sure that was the smartest thing they could have done, to be honest with you, because here's the fact. Fact is, he was there to lend his expertise and his many years of experience.
Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 249 pounds.
Well, this is going to be a big one, ladies and gentlemen. I don't mind telling you it's going to be, because one of these teams is going to have to eliminate not one but both of their opposition.
Dirty Dom into the corner right now. Well, let's see what Rollins has in store for him.
Flying forearm right upside the head. Oh, and he caught him. This one might be over. The curb stop off the turnbuckle. Oh, and Rollins comes down on the knee. Nobody home. And now, Dom Mysterio. Meantime, on the floor, Edge going at it with Finn Balor.
Well, the action outside the ring might be worth watching, but it won't decide the outcome of the match. It's the guys inside the ring that'll do that.
Mysterio now, what's he doing? Off the top rope. Oh, missile drop kick, and that connects.
Rollins was looking like $1 million at one point in the match, but not right now.
Tremendous right forearm just sends Rollins crashing down. Edge back up on the apron. Oh, shoulder block takes him down.
Well, Dirty Dom's starting to look pretty good, isn't he?
Well, he's been doing very well for himself. Tag made, and now the double team by the Judgment Day. Backstabber. Look at this.
Finn Balor really giving it to him. Oh, Seth Rollins just got taken out again.
Oh, the tag made, and here comes the Rated R Superstar Edge.
Well, he and Finn Balor have already danced a little bit tonight here ringside. Now let's see what happens inside the squared circle.
Shoulder tackle takes him down. Oh, look at this.
Finn Balor is in control.
Well, he was for the moment. Now look at this. Edge locking up with Mysterio. Finn Balor went for the elbow. Nobody home. Chop block on the knee. Look at this, would you? Right back up he goes. Boot to the midsection. Comes off. Double punt to the head. Oh, what a drop kick. And now Seth Rollins just got taken out.
Smart move. I got to tell you, I'm impressed right now with the Judgment Day, and I got to think that they've got the upper hand.
Finn Balor quickly to the top rope he goes. Missile drop kick to the head. And now comes down with that sledgehammer. Edge is in a whole lot of trouble. Seth Rollins taking off the apron once again.
Went for that forearm, nobody home, and look at this, Edge using the headbutt.
Finn Balor lines him up, measures him for that elbow drop. Finn Balor in control. Oh, look at this. Takes him up and down, goes for the cover. Hooks the leg, it's 1, 2, and almost put him away. Going for the cover again. I don't know what he's thinking.
Well, you know what? He saw how close it was. Smart move to try and take the tag team partner off the apron.
And now Edge blocked on the attempt into the turnbuckle, and here comes that double team again.
Well, if you're going to find yourself in your enemy's corner, you have to expect things like that to happen.
Oh, this time he brings up the knee. Edge in a lot of trouble right now. Sling blade, now that's not going to make things better. And a drop kick for good measure. Coup de grace. Hooks the leg. Save was made.
Well, if it weren't for the save, believe me, this one would be over.
And Rollins just took a nasty fall. All to the top rope. The Judgment Day dominating in this one. Hooks the leg. Referee there for the count. And he manages to grab the ropes.
That's how close it was right there. That's how close.
Forearm shot to the head, back out front. Going up in the air, he's got him. Finn Balor fighting his way out. Schoolboy roll up, he's under the ropes. Referee, what are you doing? They got the win. It's supposed to be an elimination.
Well, this referee totally blew the match. It's an elimination number 1. I don't know why that didn't happen. But more importantly, he was all the way underneath the ropes.
A travesty of justice if ever there were one. Look at this, it's blatant.
Here are your winners, Finn Balor and the Judgment Day.
Well, the Judgment Day victorious, ladies and gentlemen. Seth Rollins not too happy about it. Takes his title back. I'll tell you what. The way this thing went down, there's a lot to be said.
Well, I could say it in two. Oh, wait a minute.
Damian Priest. He's going to cash in his money in the bank. Damian Priest, he's got the championship title. What's he going to do? He missed. Oh, the clothesline sends him over the top.
The bell never rang. He takes the Money in the Bank briefcase with him, and he's heading out.
Unbelievable.
You will never pin me. Now it's everybody's favorite time.
back, and we are ready for more action here on Raw. But what just took place in that last one?
I'm still not too sure what took place in that last match, to be honest with you. Seems that the referee completely blew that one from start to finish.
We take a look right now at the Brutes.
Well, these three dudes, they love a good fight, and they're going to have one here tonight. No two ways about that.
Indeed they are, ladies and gentlemen. As they head to the ring for what is promising to be an unbelievable event.
Well, these three guys, they're no strangers whatsoever when it comes to a good fight.
Well, they're going to have one. I don't know who they're going up against yet. We're about to find out, I believe. What's going on here? Hold on just a moment.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. You've all been warned of the new beginning. The sands of the hourglass have expired. There is no more countdown. It is time for the new beginning.
Huh? What is going? Who are they?
That's J.D. McDonough. And are you kidding me? Carmelo's here?
And Dragunov as well. What are these three guys doing?
Well, if they're here for a fight, they picked on the right guys.
They don't even belong here. Oh, look at this. It's breaking down. Ilya Dragunov. Off the apron, and again.
This is unbelievable. Look at what's going on here. They are tearing the place apart.
Into the guardrail he goes, and hold on just a moment. Head first into the barrier. J.D. McCullough now getting in there. We need security. Look at this. Sheamus fighting back.
Well, he was right there. He just got taken down by Dragunov. What is he doing here?
I have no idea. Look at this. Ilya Dragunov. He's going to go coast to coast against a Celtic Warrior.
Man, oh man, this is a beatdown right now. Whoa, look at this.
That's Joe Gacy in the crowd. He and Sheamus going at it now.
And now it's a 4-on-3 advantage. Well, I'll tell you right now, this thing, all hell's breaking loose right here on Monday Night Raw.
Gacy with a steel chair on the Celtic Warrior. We need security out here. Somebody come in here.
I don't know that we have enough security to break this thing up. This is an absolute mayhem.
Steel chair to the head, and Sheamus might need medical attention, ladies and gentlemen. This is out of control. Into the table he goes. No, don't do this.
Yeah, he's going to put him right through it.
Through the table, and Sheamus is broken. I cannot believe what we are seeing here, ladies and gentlemen. What are you kidding me?
That's Wade Barrett.
What is he doing here?
I'm not sure, but I don't think it's anything good.
Fans, stick around. We'll be back in just a moment. Hey now. Welcome aboard, everybody. Thank you for joining me here for tonight's event. I'm not sure what just happened, to be honest with you. We've got people out there that are trying to figure it out as we speak right now. And if we get any information, I promise you we'll break right in with it. But in the meantime, yeah, that all just went down. Let's talk about some things about 2K here. Where do I want to start with this? I've been doing a lot of thinking, a lot of soul searching. Been some big times, if you will. And the only person I really talked to about this ever in the past is probably here right now still. He is. And I kept telling myself, what am I doing? You know, like, this is 19 years going on to the 20th year on this channel. And you know, 20 is a big year, so what are we going to do with 20? And I've come to the conclusion that I'm going to retire. That's where I'm at right now. I'm good with it. I'll still be doing like the wrestle chats and stuff like that, but all this stuff that I just did for this show and that I'll do for this storyline, that's going to be my swan song. I'll still play video games, you know, so far as wrestling games, and have that on the channel, but this creating all the story content and having to force feed it because the game doesn't ever work right. Case in point, I made an elimination tag team match. The story should have worked out. Let me let you in behind the curtain. This is the thing that frustrates me, all right? And I know Blaze is here, and I know Blaze likes to say, we find a way to make it work. I'm tired, buddy. 20 years, I'm tired. I just want the game to work. I don't want to make it work. It should work. I'm paying for it. You're paying for it. And I meant what I said. I'm not getting the next one, not on release. And I won't even get it after release unless I'm hearing from a whole lot of people, holy shit, they finally got it right. So I'm not saying I won't get it. I'm not getting it on release. And my guess is I wouldn't get it for at least 3 months for them to patch things out. And even then, only if it's working. Otherwise, I'm done with them. But this is why. So here we have an elimination match, but now it's not an elimination match. It even said elimination match. Matter of fact, let's see. Does it have it right here? It says customized match, okay? And it was elimination rules. Let me go in here real quick and see. Well, it's already a done deal, so it won't show you there. But to my point, how much of this shit do we put up with? And it takes the fun out of it. I guess that's the point I was kind of getting to. The old games were a whole lot easier to deal with. My problem with the old games is you could make a storyline, you can create everything, you could even share a made-up storyline with other people that could all download it. Years ago, you can't do it anymore. And the biggest problem then is you couldn't live stream. So I'd have to play out the whole thing, record the whole thing, edit the whole thing, and then post it. So it took a lot of time that way. Now we have this ability to just live stream and boom, be done. But no, you can't, because everything you got to find really creative ways to try and tell a story outside the ring that brings them inside the ring. So anyhow, that's kind of where I'm at on that right now. And like I said, it's not like I'm going away, but I'm going away from this. So I do see how the direction I'm kind of going with this now, if they were actually to do it. And again, these are all people under contract that they could easily do all these things with that I've done tonight and that are going to come up in the future. Please correct me if I'm wrong, if that doesn't open the doors for a lot of refreshing, and you can still keep things like the bloodline, but they're stale. They're starting to get stale. They're starting to burn out a little bit. People are kind of getting to that point where it's getting crazy. You can take what you already have existing. I'm trying not to give too much away. I mean, some stuff you'll figure out on your own anyway, but other stuff, you know, like you didn't see some of this coming, you won't see some of that coming either. But it's a 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock hour hadn't rolled around yet. You could just look at him. So I got a good look at his in-ring character hours ago, and it looked good. So that's the only one I know anything about. We can take a look at the other ones here now and kind of go over that as well. Actually, hold on a minute. We got something else. Hold the phone.
Welcome to the Control Center. Tonight we learned a little bit more about the group that has been referring to themselves as the New Beginning. They consist of talent that until now has been generally found in NXT. Led by Wade Barrett, we can only wonder, what exactly is this a new beginning of? There are a lot of rumors and speculation, but we are hearing that Wade Barrett will be making a statement publicly in the near future. Until then, everyone is on high alert, not knowing when or where a new beginning will strike again. We will bring you more information as it becomes available.
Well, how about that? More to come, I suppose, on that. I don't know. Here now forever. Well, I don't know about forever, man. Sooner or later, we all going to go, but I'll be here for a little while. I hope. Yeah, so let's talk about the stuff. The created wrestlers, obviously, you're not going to have a lot of the same challenges with them. Let me bring the music level down a little bit. Doesn't need to be that loud. There was another match scheduled, but it's a friggin' tag team match, of course, ran long as I knew it would. And it wasn't that worthy a main event, and I didn't have anything to go with it, so I was just like, never mind, we'll cut to the big thing. We're going to Superstars. WWE Superstars. And if you haven't heard, look at that. These pieces of shit at 2K for the second time. The second time that they launch a patch that takes his hair and mustache away. Come on, guy. It's like, I sent them a message on Twitter and I just said, you guys are a fucking joke at this point. You are. You're an absolute embarrassment. How the WWE keeps you around, I don't know. It wasn't bad enough you did it once and had to patch it back. Now you do it again. Fucking idiots. I hate 2K. So that's why I am not buying the game on release. I don't care what the DLC is. It makes no difference to me. I'm not getting it. And I'll be very surprised if I get it at all, to be honest with you, because they're going to have, I can't imagine what they'll have to come up with. First off, a game that works. We're going to start with that, and they've proven they can't do that. This was supposed to be the last patch, which, by the way, what a dismal patch it was. Fixed realistically almost nothing. And then when you look at the DLC we got, really? Let's take a look here. Andre Chase. How many of you, show of hands, how many of you guys had to have that in your roster? Andre Chase. And by himself, no less. I'll say one thing, though. Thea is starting to grow on me. She had the match last night that was really good with JC Jane, and it was a great match. She looked phenomenal in it. Very athletic young lady. The only problem I've ever had with her, and still do, is those over-the-top facial expressions. And I get she's playing a character and all that stuff. I'm just saying it drives me crazy. It makes me not want to watch her. But then I've seen some photos of her, like at a photo shoot, and she's gorgeous. But man, when she does those ridiculous over-the-top faces, all I see is Templeton from Charlotte's Web. Maybe it's just me, but that's what I see. And you're too pretty for that, so just get out there and wrestle your ass off. You don't need all that. That's my opinion. All right, Damon Kemp. All right. Part of the Diamond Exchange, I guess. Or Diamond Mine, I beg your pardon. Eve Torres. How many of us had to have Eve? Yeah, I'm saying Thea Hall, I would have definitely over Eve. And you're pushing all this NXT stuff out anyway. Why wouldn't you put her? At least then you have her and him. And I kind of like what they're doing with them two in the storyline, although I really would have liked it more if she'd have just turned around and punched him in the face. Let's see, who else we got going here? Nathan Frazier. I've only seen him one time ever, and that was very recently. But, Trick Williams, we all know about Top Dollar on that. I mean, that was... And now we finally got Wade. I personally liked having Zeus, even though most other people didn't seem to be too crazy about him. By the way, he's outranking Wade somehow. I'm not sure how that happens in the real world, but okay. I like Wendy Chu, but I haven't seen her in a minute, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. So, them's is your downloadables and stuff, but... Yeah, when we talk about that, that's the DLC for the year. Let's do it one more time here. This is the year's worth of DLC that we got. I mean, how does that stack up? Blair Davenport, she's a relative newcomer in the sense that she's starting to get pushed more now. And I'm liking her. She's all right. Even these idiots are starting to grow on me a little bit. One of them is out with an injury now, I believe, though. I'm not even sure which one. I liked having Harley. I know a lot of people out there are like, Harley? Yeah, Harley Race, man. He's never been in a game before, and he's a legend. And that's the biggest thing, I think, with this game. They didn't do Legends any justice. The numbers were way low compared to what they should have been, in my opinion. And then you got guys like Gallows and Anderson who shouldn't have been DLC. They should have been in the fucking game. I don't know if they're all lackluster, but comparing it to any other DLC for the last 5 years, I mean, let's put it this way. If we were giving this DLC overall a rating of 1 to 10, 10 being phenomenal, at best it's going to get a 5. And that's only because, like, I enjoyed having the rookie prototype, rookie Randy Orton, and Leviathan. I liked that. I thought that was pretty cool to go that far back. And that was the first pack, by the way. I liked having the Steiners, right? So, all right, let's do it this way. How many altogether did we have? It's 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. So that's 28, 29, 30. So out of 30 guys, we've got, me personally, I like Zeus and Barrett. That's 2. We never even see this guy. There's 4 right there with them. 5, but he shouldn't have been DLC. I don't know if I should count that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for me. 11. I'll be nice. 12, 13. And maybe 14. So less than half. And that's what I gave it, a 5. So, yeah. I would say that's about right. 5 out of 10. Now, if I was to have the old stuff with me still, so I could actually turn around and see what the packs...
No need to adjust your television sets or your personal devices. What you're looking at right now is real. As promised, it's a new dawn on a new beginning. And this is the new Nexus.
Shirt all of a sudden. So I ask you, if they took Wade Barrett off the broadcast table and had him bring in a new crop of NXT talent, created the new Nexus, only this time do it right. You started out right last time, and then you went south quick because you went straight to SummerSlam 6 months in and buried them. And the rest was history. And we won't even talk about the core. You bring them in, maybe 8 to 10 deep. and you just start running roughshod. We're taking our spot. We're not asking, we're taking. And there's literally nobody they like. Everybody's fair game. That opens a lot of doors for opportunities for other relationships. And what's that old saying? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. This, I am telling you right now, would be a ratings juggernaut. It won't happen. You just woke up, buddy. You have to go back about 30 minutes and start watching from there, because otherwise... But I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. I don't know. Did I join or was I drafted? I don't know what happened. No, I did not hear about that infrared. What's up? They were way too expensive. And we're in a really bad economy right now for that kind of stuff. Matter of fact, funny thing is at work, Friday and Saturday they have a toy show, which we get those every few months or so. They'll roll through. And I got a funny feeling these things are going to be selling very inexpensively now, because I don't think there's going to be a lot of people going out there with that. Yeah, these figures were... All right, we're going to get a look at Chase University here. Damon Kemp. I saw they were trying to run an angle with our Olympic guy. I don't know if they were... Did he actually leave WWE? Or... Because he did miserably fail. Nathan Frazier. Yeah, Wade Barrett. Perfect. All right, let's get a look at these four. That face render is pretty sad. It has no shadowing whatsoever. It's like almost like a pastel paint. I mean, I know he's a young guy, but he's got some kind of detail to his face. Yeah, the Bros entrances, you know how I feel about that idiot, though. Bro. I'll never use it, but they've got the entrance, the tag team entrance with him on the scooter. A lot of people were expecting the Diamond Mine to have their alternate entrance perhaps added because he's here now. I haven't had a chance to look, but I have not seen anything saying that that's the case. And that would have been part of the patch update, I think, already, so we know that if that was happening. So now the distributor gets thrown under the bus as well. Well, bottom line is they weren't going to sell them anyway. A handful of people might have bought them, but that's it. Gable Stevenson is related to this guy in real life. I did not know that. And I know he's on NXT, but it was such a miserable debut that I almost thought they both just might have said, you know what, forget it, it was a bad idea.
And from Jersey in the Channel Islands, weighing in at 182 pounds, Nathan Frazier.
You want to see me riding the scooter? Yeah. And then I'll be riding the gurney going to the ambulance right after that. One of the Bravado brothers. Don't even know about the Bravado brothers. I was a little surprised that they didn't give him the NXT. But then again, it'd be like doing the Chase University when you only have one member.
Weighing in at 246 pounds, Wade Barrett.
My new boss. Damon Kemp's older brother. Okay. Originoli, what's up? Yeah, we all agree with you, buddy. You know, Infrared, I was just going to say, they need to just partner up with Matt Cardona, who knows this shit. The bell sounds and everybody stares at each other. That's 2K. Ooh. Stereo suplexes. Nicely done. I'm putting my money on Wade Barrett. And Chase could be Wade Barrett's brother, and they look a little bit alike. Yep, he's really wrestling in a sweater. That's his gimmick. Although I haven't seen him actually in the ring wrestling in quite a minute. He's just like ringside throwing in the towel. Yeah, can you imagine him having a 20-minute match with a sweater under the lights in Central Florida in August? Never mind. I'm out. Barrett getting that knee in there. What's this guy's name? I already forgot his name. Damn! Chase unloading that steel chair on what's his name? Cradles the legs. Will that be it up? Tom, I'm with you, man. Not only a sweater, but a shirt, too. Harlem Bravado. Yeah, he looks like he could be from Harlem. Come on, Wade, get back in the match, buddy. Close. Ooh, Chase with a chop block from behind. I'm a boss. Around the world. Oh, drop him on the chair. Drop him on the chair. There you go. By the way, when we talk about Wade Barrett's career and why I feel it didn't get quite where it could have gone, there are certain things that a wrestler has to have going for him. Now, he has the look. He was good on a mic. He was a great athlete. Good in-ring worker. He's only missing the one last magic ingredient, and that is, oh, shit. On the chair. And Barrett kicks out. The only thing he is missing is a finisher. He has the worst fucking finisher in the history of anybody who was ever pushed to a main event match. What we got here? Oh, see, like that. He was going to go for it, it looks like. Can't remember what the hell they call it. It's a most pathetic finisher. There it is. Oh, you're going to do the two of them. Do it on top. Would have been better if you did it on top of him. Shut up. That would have been a perfect finish to that match. Oh, wait, unless he's got one more in the tank. His finisher is that thing he just did. It's like he puts him on the shoulders like he's going to do the FU, and then he just slams him down to the ground. Just brings him straight over his head and down on the mat. It's pathetic. You got guys kicking out of moonsaults, guys kicking out of pile drivers, Canadian destroyers, but if I just drop you 3 feet to the floor on the canvas, you're going to be done. And that's the thing I never could understand, why Baron Corbin didn't get a better push than he got. Because he has a phenomenal finisher. And it really works well with his size. And when he was the lone wolf, they should have stuck with that. They should have stuck with that. Everything else has been stupid. Kind of to that little promo spot that he had last night. I forget the guy's name he got into the battle of wits with there in the ring. Geez, Wade, why don't you just stand there and watch it happen? All right. So Damien Kemp apparently is the best of the DLC.
Here is your winner, Damon.
A bloody Damien Kemp is the best of the DLC. Congratulations. You want a cookie? All right, so that in mind, I'm not keeping that finisher. So let's figure out what we think. Go to movesets. And the Bullhammer. Or was it the Wasteland? Hold on a minute. No, the Bullhammer's the punch. Which, that's all right. Wasteland. This is a waste. Now, that's supposed to be a finisher. And he put more people down with that than he did with the Bullhammer, to be honest. But how is that supposed to be a move that anyone buys seriously as a finisher? Blaze wants a cookie. All right. You want chocolate chip or you want almond? I accidentally did see a movie he was in, not knowing he was even in a movie, and now, for the life of me, I couldn't tell you what the name of it is. Jay, do some homework. We got to add that to our list. All right, so let's see. Let's go to new and see what new stuff is in here. Nah. See, I never really thought much of the attitude adjustment either, to be honest with you. It's the same thing, basically. Avalanche belly to belly now. Back elbow corkscrew. Basement super kick. Bear hug. Big top pop. Blaze, don't you have a move called the big top pop from your clown? The Brutus Ball. Looks a whole lot like the coffin drop there to me. Bullhammer we already got. The Bunny Destroyer. Butterfly neckbreaker. Let's see what that looks like. Hey, it's better than what he has. But we'll keep on looking. See, now I kind of like that for him. So you got the knockout punch, and here you got a pretty devastating submission hold. Yeah. All right. That's his new finisher. Because there's no way I could possibly sell that other piece of shit. Ah, the big top drop. Very close. Very close. Thank you, Jay. Yeah, I didn't know he did more than one, and I can't even remember. I was just flipping channels one day, and I was watching a movie, and then all of a sudden he's in a scene. I'm looking at him, and I was like, where do I know this motherfucker from? And it didn't click immediately. It was just like, I was not expecting to see Wade Barrett in a movie. And to your point, I recall that it's like, he's not bad. All right, I've got to switch this over. Oh, wait, not moves, though. I had to make him... Oh, actually, I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. In order for me to use him in any of these cutscenes, he can't be... Let me think. I don't know. For me to use him in any of the cutscenes that I put together, like when he walked out on stage and things like that, and the promos, he has to not be... It has to be an alt attire. It's got to be... Not an alt attire, I beg your pardon. It's got to be his freestanding creation. Yeah, Tom, I kind of like that neck breaker too a little bit, but like I said, he's got the bull hammer for a good impact blow. And then you got that as a vicious submission hold, and I could see him twerking that thing up and staring in the camera and yelling and, you know, grinding his teeth and all that stuff. That'd be a good storytelling thing. And again, this is how I would be booking WWE today. So with the WrestleVerse, we're still going to have a little bit of everybody. But when it comes to the Monday or the Raw and the SmackDown show, I'm going to lean those a little bit more to real roster, doing it the way I would be doing it. And then the other shows in there, it's going to be free-for-all, like WCW, anything literally could happen. And even on this, you might see a little taste of that as well, too. And as it was already pointed out, I don't do the draft lottery, man. It's like if you're on the roster, you're on the roster, and it's that simple. See, what I'm wondering, though, is if I keep my guy the way he is now, Happy Corbin. Oh my God, I don't know whoever came up with this shit. Four movies? Maybe Eliminator sounds familiar. Now I don't even know which one I saw him in.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Preston, England, weighing in at 246 pounds, the Superstar.
There is a bearded version of him available online thanks to What's the Status. So if you want one of his later versions, he's in there. They also made a King Baron. So there are several different installments already made and modded by our friend What's the Status. Yeah, Charlotte and Andrade may be broken up. Wouldn't surprise me. I was more surprised that they got married, but hey, what do I know? And then the other news, and it seems pretty much, I mean, unless it's a work, but I doubt it. Looks like Lacey Evans is no longer under the banner of the WWE. Story has it that her contract ran out at midnight, which explains why she hasn't been on TV at all, because why are they going to use somebody they have no use for? And all I can say is if that's true, people in that writing room should be fired. If you cannot write a story for a legit Marine mom, then you should not be a writer. You're not a writer. You're in the wrong business. Go flip hamburgers, go shovel french fries, go find something else until you figure out what your thing is, but writing's not it. She comes with her own act, gimmick, whatever. It's all there. You make her come out on stage for 5 fucking weeks in a row, telling the exact same story over and over again, ad nauseum, burying her in the process because there was never anything new to the story, really. And then you go nowhere with it after making her go through that. I'd be a little surprised if she doesn't end up on Impact, because being a mom of a young kid, I know she's going to want to spend some time with her daughter, and they've got a very friendly schedule. I don't know that she wants to wrestle, like Matt Cardona every friggin' weekend all around the world or wherever he can get in. I think she'd be fine doing TV tapings twice a month and spending the rest of that time with her daughter. It's a great locker room there. It is a great women's division. And I think that'd be a great fit for her. A whole lot better than Trinity. I'll tell you that right now. And I also think they would do it right. I think they would use that military background like they've done with Macklin. I mean, I think Steve Macklin has come a long way. Yeah, he had a world title run that didn't last a minute, but compared to what was happening in the WWE with him, and he was always a good talent. They just never, they almost had something going with the Forgotten Sons. And then somebody went and did something stupid there. I don't know. Corbin don't look too happy right now. Ooh, big right hand. Come here, bitch. Let's put this boy out of his misery. Pump handle. Boom. Let's see if the referee can get it right this time. Okay. Didn't know that story at all. CM Punk kicked out. What does he got against Daniels? Oh, hold on a minute. The bro thinks he's going to get some advantage on me. Fuck off, you little bitch. Well, geez, just tap out right now. Why don't you? Get up. Man, Mitt Riddle, you piece of shit. Ooh. Get up. Do not let this piece of shit get the better of you. Ah, fuck it. What does he got against Bryan Danielson, though? Those guys never had any beef that I knew about. Unless maybe after the whole other thing went down. Nemeth and Jack Perry. I mean, I'm guessing it's because these guys are all part of the Omega trio there. And they look at him, maybe he's an outsider coming in, and I don't know. But if it's true, you know what? I think it's the best thing for AEW that they have the CM Punk Collision show, because he was trying to tell these other yahoos what they were doing wrong and how they could do it better, and nobody wanted to listen to him, from all accounts. So give him a show and let him run it. Let him put his talent on there that's going to wrestle and let them do that show and see who gets the ratings. Because at the end of the day, whoever's putting on the better show is going to have the better ratings. I hope. I would think. Now, I have not watched Collision other than that very first episode, so I have no dog in the fight. But I do know that basically part of bringing Punk back was to say, okay, this is going to be a show that you'll be on, and they won't be any part of this show. They won't be in the locker room with you and all that stuff. So when you give the guy the key to the car like that, he's going to pretty much say who's riding and who's not. Yeah, I mean, I don't imagine he walked up to anyone himself and did it, but yeah, I could see him going up to security or whoever and saying, hey, tell them they got to leave. This isn't their show. Corbin's not too happy, man. That's what's going on, Tom. I can only imagine what a conversation between CM Punk and Jack Perry would look like. Not Bryan Danielson, then who? I thought that's what I read. Or is it Christopher Daniels? Is he still there? He called CM Punk soft. Well, listen, I'm not a huge CM Punk fan, but Jack Perry, step in the octagon, and then you can talk to me about what soft looks like. Yeah, Blaze, it always gets twisted up a little bit, no doubt about it. But at the same time, you know, these dirt sheet guys that are well in the business at this point in time have some legit moles back there that have given a lot of factual data over the years. Is it all accurate? No, but most of it's pretty good. Yeah. Ivy or Tiffany? I'm going to go with Tiffany only because I don't think I've used her yet. Or if I did, maybe just once. They gave her an 80. Tor is an 85, really. Davenport sneaking in at that 74. Punk's Pit. Why not? Yeah, Tom, like I said, CM Punk on a microphone, always going to be a good time. So having just seen her last night, the entrance is spot on. She reminds me a little bit in the face of China. China after all the surgery was done. You got that ring robe cut out where you can put a championship belt under it, almost as if there was a plan. But you'll have to get past that 74. Got good ring gear. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people want to know if we're ever going to see Punk and FTR going up against the trio. Never say never. It'll be a huge match if it happens, and honestly, if it's not going to happen in UK, then I don't know when else you're going to use it. I could not even tell you what Eve Torres' entrance ever looked like. And I don't recall that music at all. I'll say it kind of looks like her pretty good. They gave her an 85. I can't get over that. Not for anything. I mean, the biggest thing Eve ever had going in WWE was John Cena. You always sniff them before you chew on them. Ask George Steele, he'll tell you. Yeah, so you got two out of the three on each side. Now you just got to add Kenny and Punk, and then you got a match. I did not realize that she was from the NXT UK show. I didn't get that. When they first launched that show and they had like a 2-night tournament, I loved it. I thought it was one of the best wrestling events that I'd watched in years. And then when they got their own show, for some reason, I didn't keep watching it. I don't have a logical reason for that. I should probably go back and watch them now. Well, based on numbers, I'm going to predict Eve for the win. Which, by the way, I have no idea what her finisher was. Tiffany Stratton. wants to be Hilton. Pop-up powerbomb, nicely done. Who was it? I think it was last night's show. It was NXT. It was a women's match. I don't remember who it was. Went for the clothesline to send her over the top rope. And she literally like threw her shoulders into the top rope and bounced right back into the ring. And then rolled under the bottom rope out. And I was like, oops. Yeah, a little sniffing is good. They were hiding cocaine in one of the turnbuckles. You just have to figure out which one it is. DDT. Nice shot from behind. Tiffany taking advantage of the moment. Oh, what the hell? Oh, the disarmer. That's original. I get the feeling Becky Lynch is pretty close to the end of her time. I think she's getting ready to hang it up soon. Can't imagine a year from now she's still in. Maybe WrestleMania be her swan song and kind of say goodbyes. See, I want Blair for the win. Nice little Falcon Arrow drop there. What the hell's going on here? Oh. Didn't realize she was still targeting her. I was like, why is Tiffany going after her? Nothing's happening. Well, that's kind of cute. Corkscrew elbow splash. Uh-oh. Hate to say I called it. Close. That was a nice one. Oh, another one for you, too. Damn, Blair's on fire. Gee, look at her go. Holy shit. Nice. Wow, the referees don't seem to notice your hands under the bottom rope when you're in the corners, I'm noticing now. Wonder if that's part of the new patch. Kendo stick coming to town. Oh, shit. Butterfly German on the floor. Nicely done. Stiffer got her up and suplex. Want to see somebody go shattering through the glass barricade. Eve with the windup. And that one's going to go deep into left field. Fans not in love with Blair. Brings the kendo stick, doesn't get even a swing off. Eve twerking, really? Oh, shit. Finally back in the ring. We might get a winner. Got a feeling this will be the finisher. Yeah, I don't remember that. Davenport just there in time to make the save.
Finish her.
Taking her out like a boss. Were they twerking that far back? Man, I can't even believe it. Clothesline takes her out. Tiffany gonna go for the win. And she got it. I had a feeling. I said out of the two that I most expect to win, it'll be the third one. Well, she is the NXT Women's Champion, by the way, so you don't get there by accident. Yeah, again, I've enjoyed the little bit I've seen of her. So, yeah. It's all good.
Here is your winner, Tiffany Stratton.
All right, everybody. Well, I want to thank you guys for joining me here this afternoon. Like I said, we're going to ride this on out. This storyline that I got going now is going to be the last of my storylines. After that, we'll just be doing some wrestle chats. We'll do some at the movies. We'll play some games like we just did now. But so far as trying to make a turd and shine it up, and nah. My days of trying to make chicken salad out of chicken shit is over. It's becoming too much like work, and I already have one of those, and I don't want two of them. But I appreciate all of you guys and girls out there that have been part of this ride. And hopefully you enjoy this last run that's coming up. I think it's going to be a good one. Hopefully it'll be my best. I'd like to go out that way. In the meantime, everybody stay safe, and I'll see you right back here ringside in the near future with more WrestleVerse. So long, everybody.